Hello, my name is Lady AD and my business is Pink Parties Events Limited, but I'm publicising myself more at this moment as Box Quote Clever. It's a division and it's about helping you in your business and particular with social media. Now, when everyone starts a new business, quite often they are asked, have you got a mentor? And it could be in your business, but it could also be in your personal life, the need to have a mentor. Is it something that you have considered? Is it something that you have? Or should I say someone that you have? The point about mentoring is it's very much about a relationship, and it's that one-to-one where somebody has that more knowledge but are so generous of spirit that they want to pass that knowledge on. And it's quite interesting how this can develop. The definition of a mentor for me is somebody who's got the best interests of their pupil or their mentoree at heart, and can, because they are just that little bit further down the road, or maybe a lot further down the road, they can help them on their way, give them a hand up if you like, but they see the potential in that protege or their mentee, in which ways they want to help them. They've been around a lot in the workplace. It could be the boss-employee mentorship, and that could be like the old type of apprenticeship, but often that's to do with succession and very much a focus into the place of work and the organisation. Education, teacher-student, or it could be in the family, an uncle with a niece, mother, father with a child. On a personal side, it could be a little bit the relationship between a counsellor and their client. In the Bible, it was always about succession planning and passing that baton on to the next person. In the sports world, it can be the relationship between the coach and the sports person. And in music, it can be the relationship between the producer and director and the artist. So words like master, guide, coach, consultant, teacher are all kinds of words that we associate within the whole mentoring process. But there is a difference, I believe. And what do you need when you're looking for that mentor relationship? Well, it has to be two-way. There has to be mutual respect. And the mentor needs to want to move that person on. And the mentor needs to be able to see the potential. And it's very much a gift, I think. A gift that they are going to make a difference in that person's life. So what's the ideal characteristics? Well, can you imagine what a difference it would make to your life, to your business, to your personal relationships, to your family, if you had somebody who really cared for you, understood and got you, someone who had vision, was successful in their field, were authentic, patient, determination, and had talent that you admire. But somebody who would open doors for you so that you can get opportunities that you perhaps wouldn't get unless you had the connection with them. Someone who can also demonstrate tough love and truths, particularly when you don't want to hear them, but also they can discriminate between what you, as the mentoree, what you say you want, but what you actually need. What a difference to have somebody coaching, mentoring you in this way. How do you choose them? Well, sometimes it can happen naturally, and it'd be good to look around to see who has mentored you in the past that maybe you didn't realise, that helpful tip, that piece of advice which changed your direction and made you do something that improved what it was that you were interested in. And it might have been just done in a natural process that you didn't realise it was actually happening. So it can be somebody like that, or it could be somebody who you admire in your field and think, if only I could have some regular time with them, just to glean from them what they know, and I could use the understanding of their experience and put it into my business, some how-to tips, and I'm sure I can go along further. It might be worth looking at a recent blog I've done about when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When you're searching for your mentor, try asking yourself the question, who do you know already? Because the ideal mentor is somebody who knows a little bit about you. it's not very often that you start off absolutely cold with a mentor. Not if it's a mentor that cares about you. So therefore, you're going to do a cold letter or a cold call to Richard Branson or one of the top-notch business people, you might not get the answer you wanted. But they do have programs about inspiring others, particularly with young people, and that is always worth looking. But there is a maxim: ask and the door will open. And if you don't ask, somebody might be sitting there and say, I would love to have given you that time and advice, but you never asked me. One burning question that I've been asked is, do you pay somebody to mentor you? Well, my personal view is that a true mentorship is about a life interest relationship. Somebody who's going to give things freely. So for my mind, it's not a mentorship. You haven't got a mentor if you are paying for it. A mentor needs to be independent, fully confidential, and lack any bias. And that's slightly compromised when there's payment involved. I'm not being critical here, that's not the intention, but I do want to make that demarcation between mentoring and other interchanges. Teaching, consulting, coaching, guiding, they can all have elements of mentorship in them, and there's no problem with paying for that, but I don't believe that's a true mentor. I have got a lovely description from David Moazzez, I hope that's spelled right or said right, it's Moazzez, who said powerful mentors and coaches who are crazy smart and deeply generous. The things that you are struggling to find out, they have already mastered them. And with their help, you can accomplish in a short period of time what others have to take a very long time. That could be the difference between 1 year to 3 or 4 years. So that's my take on mentoring. I would be very interested in how you chose your mentor, how you got along. And if so, just give me a ring, 01400 231 475, or go to www.boxquoteclever.com. And whenever I talk about mentoring, and I can't get away from that image from the 1970s, so it shows my age a bit, of the TV program Kung Fu. And it would be a case of, aha, grasshopper,